Most advisors think they're sitting on a gold mine, but what they don't realize that it's wired like a time bomb. And every day, another second ticks off the clock. Welcome to the channel. If you're a wealth advisor, leader, or business owner who's tired of the noise and ready to build something to actually last, this is where it all begins. These videos aren't theory. They're forged from my 23 years as a nationally ranked wealth advisor, leader, and executive, building and leading multi-billion-dollar wealth management businesses and teams. What you're about to hear isn't recycled advice. It's the exact playbook I use to help advisors build and maintain their book, leaders scale their teams, and lead with real strategy. Here's what you're going to take away from this video. Why even strong books quietly fall apart. Who actually drives the client decisions and how to earn their trust and influence. A retention strategy that starts on day one, not when it's too late. And how to protect your financial future by shifting from a service provider to a strategic partner. For years, advisors and leaders have been told the same thing. Go out there and get clients, then grow your book, and also push through the grind. And one day, you'll be rewarded. But here's the part they don't tell you, is if that book is structured right, you don't get that future. You get a trap. Because what happens when a book doesn't hold? When clients leave quietly, when your results slip, your brand takes a hit, and growth stalls. Not because you didn't work hard, but because the model was flawed. This is where careers stall out. Not from being lazy, but from a broken foundation. It all starts the same way. You log in, prep it for the day, and then boom, a notice pops up from ops. Your client just moved a $5 million account to another advisor. No warning, just a quiet, cold ACAT form, and you get a gut punch. You reach out to the client and they hit you with the same message. It's not personal, I just needed something different. But that's when it hits you. Every client relationship comes with a silent countdown. You just didn't hear the ticking. Because when the decision gets made, trust me, you won't be in the room. Most advisors think their book is bulletproof, but more often it's held together by goodwill, assumptions, and a lot of duct tape. Let's ground ourselves in something simple but powerful. Clients are not one-dimensional. They want three things. One, to protect what they built. Two, if they can, reduce taxes and inefficiencies. And three, they want to continue to grow their assets, but more strategically with managed risks. This is why they already have CPAs, attorneys, some have insurance agents or bankers, and not one advisor meets all those needs. That's when the risk and attrition, especially for you, is going to creep in. You build your model around what you do really well. Either that's investments, maybe some planning, or your client operates within a financial boardroom. And in that room, you're not the only voice. Do you know that 90% of high net worth clients work with more than one advisor? And 46% of them are considering changing or expanding advisor relationships in the next 24 months. And you know why? 63% leave because they feel undervalued. So trust me, this is not a retention problem you have to face. This is what we call an influence problem. Here's the reality. Your client is always being approached by bankers, CPAs, their 401k contact, their neighbors. Everybody's got a better option. It's like your spouse going out for a night and hoping no one flirts with them. Of course somebody will. What matters is what they say. Hopefully they're going to say thanks, but I'm already taken care of. Advisors build leverage with their book. They plan to sell it, use it to get better offers, or hand it off later. But if the client relationships are shallow, if there's no integration, no lock-in, no value beyond personality and portfolios, well, that book becomes untransferable, unsellable, undesirable. No one wants a revolving door. You don't get a premium offer from anyone for a practice that's held together by guesswork. This isn't just about retention. This is about protecting your legacy and your exit. This is why I created a model called the influencer ring, because your client's financial life is like a boardroom. They're the CEO. At the table, you have your CPA, your attorney, your banker, maybe an insurance advisor. Now you need to ask yourself, are you even in the room? Worse, are you sitting in the room, just sitting silently, misunderstood, or maybe even viewed as a threat? Your clients are influenced by many voices, and the moment one of these voices feels stronger, more aligned, and more strategic than you are, you're out. So let's map it. What is the influencer ring? Well, first of all, let's identify it. We always want to make sure in the influencer ring, we want to know who holds the power, who earns the trust, who shapes the decision, even when they're not the ones holding the assets. But here's the catch. It's not enough for you to know them. They need to know you and trust you too. If you don't make that connection early, you risk being seen as competition. And when they feel threatened, they will make the move to push you out. So again, build a circle or get boxed out of it. Let's be honest. Most advisors avoid integration for one reason: fear of dilution. They're scared that bringing in other experts, either internally or externally, will diminish their value. But here's the twist. Refusing to collaborate is the fastest path to being replaced. Clients know one person can't do it all. They already have a team. You just need to be the one who ties it all together, and that will make you indispensable. So in addition to the influencer ring, you need to look at this more from a strategic mindset. So what I created was the mindset around having a strategic planning meeting focused around being a shareholder. This isn't a quarterly portfolio review. It's a boardroom level planning session where, again, the client is CEO, every advisor reports in, and the strategy evolves before things break. So what's inside? It's usually a review of last year's outcomes, a forecast of upcoming events, and then tactical adjustments before any type of disruption hits. This creates intentional motion in your advice, and it prevents the client from ever saying, "Why didn't you tell me?" These aren't just small tactics. They're survival skills for the modern advisor, because your clients are more complex, more connected, and more selective than ever. And if this hits home, you're not alone. I coach individual advisor leaders and entire teams implement these models so they retain more clients, grow faster, and build careers that last. This is EliteVate. It's not just about performance. It's about rewriting what's possible when you lead with strategy, connection, and execution. And this video is just the beginning. Every week, I'll be dropping new videos that dig deeper into the strategies that help advisors and leaders break through plateaus without the fluff and without the guesswork. If you're ready to start reacting and start leading, subscribe, watch, and execute, because we're just getting started.